in Texas. Anyone on Clubhouse? I see Dr. Kim Walsh Phillips inspired us all. Yes. All right. So Clubhouse is like keeping it quiet. I want to hear from Meg. I'm going to say Meg the Stallion. From Madam Meg. That's what we call her. As you here having fun. Madam Meg, who's taking care of us all, and the beautiful Maria. Can I tell you guys something? Why are they getting louder?
They really want to make sure you're awake.
Oh, Lord.
Well, people on Clubhouse aren't answering. They're trying to get to them. Guys, did you fall asleep? The rooster is here for you.
So last night when we came back to the room, I wanted to go to sleep. These guys are such bad influences. They've been keeping me up at night. They even tried to me. Anyway, so last night before we started playing games, the one there drinking water, she thinks she's Spanish or something because she was dancing some Macarena, trying to teach. Which one? You?
Maria.
Anyway, she's trying to teach everyone all this dancing. And then Maria up there, can I tell you, Maria has a nonprofit. I don't know if she has a nonprofit. Her mother passed away a few years ago. And she's singing. Long story short, Maria gave my boys program. I have a nonprofit called the Molly Games Program. This is a shirt, by the way. And Maria, that beautiful queen right there, gave the organization $500 last night. So we just want to give Maria a great big kudos. So Maria and Meg, tell us about your day yesterday. What did you enjoy most?
Well, first off, I have my New York cap on, and there's a strategy behind that. Both Maria and I are New York girls. And that when we met on BWC, and that was one of our connecting links with that. And so, yes, Miss Blessing there and from Brooklyn, but I'm just sharing about us in the screen. Now, they are out on the patio of our Airbnb. We're inside, and if you see behind us, we have a brick wall that has sparkles. So it goes along with the Sparkle Sisters here with Angeline, with her beautiful purple shrug there. So, you know, it's about collaboration. It's about that connection. It's about that love. And that's what, hello, Glenn, if you're here, you know, the love that you have just imparted to us from your heart, to all of us over all these years. And look at this, it just continues to grow. I love your video, Stars, because again, we are all in this together and learning and growing together. So I met Maria back at the Grow for God in Lexington in 21, but she had heard me on Clubhouse and walked into the restaurant that the Rise and Grind folks had put together. See the thread over the years. And she walked in and she said, I had to meet you. I looked at her, okay. And so it's all of these moments in time. We can all look back and look at how we connected with each other, where we met each other, and it's just a very, very powerful thing. It's not just a beautiful thing, which it is, but it's a powerful thing.
Thank you so much, Madam. Maria, would you like to share your key takeaway from yesterday? What did you like best? And she looked amazing, guys. Let me tell you, she had on these heels. I don't know if she was looking for a husband or what, but anyway, what did you like best?
I tell you, it's still going on. And I could get emotional about it because what I like best about these things is just how deeper the relationships are. They just go deeper. Seeing Dora Maria, seeing Ramon, Trevor, like TM, just David, and being in this house with all of you. It's what life is about. It's about growing relationships, and the best part of what Glenn has built, is building, and will continue to build, is the love for growth. But we're growing spiritually. I'm growing. Tina, I said to you, I must have said 100 times yesterday, I love you. You have no idea. And it's from hearing your voice. Megan changed my life, saying, lean on the joy. Had to meet her. I muscled through a crowd to meet her. And now look, I'm looking at all your beautiful faces. So what I loved about yesterday is hugging and being with people, but I'm with you every morning. And that's what I love about this.
I love it. And let me, there were other ladies that were supposed to come, like Dr. Tangi, we're here with you, Jackie. And yes, we are here. Anyone on the Clubhouse end have a question? Well, I want to make sure there's space. Dr. Jeannie, if you want to jump through, she said, Meg Martino. All right, I made another video. I don't know if they're ready for this video. It's a quick 1-minute video, but we're talking about collaboration. So if you look on that screen right there, you see Mindy and this lady next to me right here. I actually met them in Nashville when I went, was that Nashville? Yes, we went to Nashville. And again, connecting and collabing. Dale reports, and Mindy, share with us your key takeaways. And Mindy, I'm sorry, Dale.
And we're ready for the video, Tina, whenever you're ready. I'll keep leading, but whenever you're ready, just give me a confirmed heads up. And Twitter Spaces, again, my understanding of Twitter Spaces is kind of janky. It's not working so well, people are saying. So, Marilyn, feel free to proceed as you wish. If you think, we'll talk in the back chat. But continue, Tina, you're amazing. The Tina Wilson Show and ladies. Wow, this is amazing.
I love it. So I was practicing. You guys know I'm going to be doing a TEDx talk soon. It's not there, but it's happening. It's putting out in the universe. It's really disasters. But this morning I was practicing, and a part of my speech talks about how I got over my traumas. And it's by supporting other women with fitness, because that's my passion. So this right here, I hate to say, you guys, I'm doing it for me. The reason why I want you.
No, it's not about you. It's not about you.
Why
But it
was
kind of is.
Okay.
It's not about you.
But it is.
But it is.
It is. Remember?
But it's not.
Okay.
I know.
Has anyone here seen Adam Smith? Let's just say I had to touch his arms because he's like this incredible. It's like Incredible Hulk in person. He's not green, no. He's like tattoos all over, and he's standing next to me, and I'm like, what? Anyway, she's starting a fight with him while he's speaking on stage.
I'm not scared of anyone. What's he gonna do?
She's the Nigerian princess. Anyway, Dale and Mindy. Key takeaway, let's go. We got like 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes. Just unmic, say your name.
Dr. Dale Linghall here from DaleReports.com. Oh my goodness. Key takeaway, I'm going to have to say it is leaders. It's not all about you, from Adam. That is my one key takeaway, that leaders, your number one job is to work on yourself. And that is what emotional intelligence is all about, being self-aware. You cannot or should not work leading a team, wanting to lead a team, if you haven't even addressed all of you. 100%. That's my takeaway.
Love it. Can you believe I've had no sugar yet? I've had no this is that much water today.
Water.
Mindy. I met Mindy in Nashville. We were together for New Year's Eve. She came to my house. We were supposed to go away last week, but I was like, no, I have to focus. I have to study for my TEDx talk. Anyway, Mindy, tell us your key takeaway, Mama.
I'm going to start with Trevor and end with Trevor. At the very beginning, we were in...
Okay, pause. Ladies, let's just say, if you're watching this right now, I'm going to shut up. Go
Don't
ahead.
say it, Tina.
I'm going to hush about Trevor. I'm going to hush about Incredible Hulk. Adam, I'm going to hush about TM. I'm going to hush. Ramon, you're in there too.
Not Ramon, Kim, like all of them. Every single one of them.
But let me just go back to Trevor.
Just to be clear, I don't... Oh, go ahead, Mindy. After you, Mindy, go.
Go ahead, Ramon. I
No.
want to hear this.
Nope, Mindy, it's all you. Go.
No, Ramon.
Winston wants to hear it too.
Okay, so we were in the live taping of Trevor's TV show, and he was so comfortable. Everything that he did, even when he made a mistake, he was like, wait, I messed that up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me just say it again. And then he just said it again. No big deal. And he asked questions, and when someone would say something, he would follow it up with a question. He was so laid back, like you were just in his living room,
in his
just
zone.
talking to him, just in his zone.
Yeah.
And you just felt like family, like you were just the phrase that Glenn says, everyone has a seat at the table. You really actually felt like you were having a seat at the table. And then at the end of the conference yesterday, at the end of the day, he said, when he was at the table, when he was at having his seat at the table at the very beginning, his prayer to God was, I have a fear of public speaking. And I was just shocked that he said that, because
You couldn't see it.
I never would have guessed that.
Nope.
And I'm at that point too, where I have that fear of public speaking, and I'm a teacher,
Yeah.
and so students, but to talk in front of adults,
Different story.
and so for the cover to say, just do it, just get over it, just do it. That took all the other things that Kim Walsh Phillips and Adam Smith and everybody said. Just do it. Just do it.
Can you hear me, Paul? Can you hear me? Okay, so we're gonna play a quick. It's only 1 minute, but it's like a quick fast of our funness, and then I'm gonna have my girls out here talk. So let's go for it. The coyotes want to be heard. Thank you, Mindy.
It's not a coyote.
Oh, you know what I mean.
You are not in charge of all
It's a Chewbacca.
Hopefully it plays. Hey! Woo! All right, my ladies out here, go for it. We got 2 minutes before we have to finish.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angeline Moore. I just have to say that the biggest takeaway for me, and it resonated with every speaker that showed up, because every speaker was so amazing and from the very beginning, and it is just show up. Just do it. Just be here. Connect. Because even last night, after Ramon told us, stop being on your phones, I was on my phone trying to get all the pictures together to send to Stars to do that reel. And I was like, oh, wait, no, I need to connect with my lady. So just show up, y'all. It's so fun.
Yes. Our Nigerian princess. What did you love best?
Well, yes, good morning. I definitely love that picture of me in that last reel. I would like to have frame and blown up my wall. No, but the greatest takeaway for me was definitely about vulnerability and just leaving yourself open like that, and how much of a big shift it can make. For the people who were there, aside from listening to me fight my allergies, there was definitely a part where Kim Walsh was speaking, and it was just about that shift where I'm tired. Okay, we're all doing so much, and Glenn has that sleep science down to a pack. I don't know if he needs to write a book, I don't know, but we do so much, and I'm just grateful to be around all of this beautiful energy that means it's genuine. Love it here.
Love it, love it. And our girl Melody here.
Hi, I'm Melody Mitchell, Trusted Real Estate Advisor, EXP, Tennessee and Mississippi. My greatest takeaway was when Ramon said getting connected in an unconnected world, in the digital connection, just walking up and saying hi, because I'm always trying to figure out how can I approach this person. Just say hi, and just watching everybody and seeing the connection and the willingness to add and provide value just meant everything. So just being here and connecting is my best takeaway.
Yay. Thank you.
Hey, Tina, I know time is short, and I want to give you the last closing. I just wanted Kim to say hello and have her there, and you can chat with her as you want, but I just wanted to jump in and say one thing. And then I'm going to turn back to you, Tina, and then you can chat with Kim, and then we'll evolve out, and Kim will take the lead. But I want you all to chat a bit. But I just want to say, Tina, you are the type of person, Tina, who is a force multiplier and influencer, and I think this is why I love you so much, and we vibe. This sounds self-serving, but it's not. But you remind me so much of myself. When I attend events, even if I'm not on stage, the amount of photos and video interaction that I'm adding value to, you feel the presence of Ramon. So, Tina, I give you your flowers, your medal, your stars. Every event I do, I should pay you to attend my event because of how you show up. But, Tina, talk to Kim a bit, chat a bit, and then I'm going to transition to Kim. But, Tina, the mic is yours. Go for it.
Kim, everyone's loving you. We're loving you. thank you for your book. It's amazing. I'm just so speechless. You know, I just want to say Ramon and Glenn and all of the champions before me. You know, I don't know if you guys know this, but the way I got my segment on BWC was Trevor had a contest. They had a pitch contest. And I actually won it. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. Angeline said she was in it too, and she got a shirt.
I got a t-shirt.
I said, I didn't get a t-shirt. She said, you got a segment. But I want a t-shirt. So we're gonna toss it over to Kim. I am Stars Tina.
Well, I gotta pause for a second because okay. First of all, girl, you got to add some filter to that one video of me in the bright sunshine and the I was like, what's happening? Okay, besides that, I loved everything. I mean, y'all said such sweet things, but you also had an impact on others. So I don't want you tend to, when you're being told that, Saracina, you tend to gloss over it and go back over to other people. I want you to take a second. Ladies sitting next to her right now, can you place your hands on her for a hot minute and let her feel this? You are making an impact with your presence. Lord, thank you for these women. Thank you for the impact that they make. Thank you that they don't just show up for themselves, but for the world. Help to inspire, empower, and let them light the world on fire as you created them to do. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what we're talking about.
Thank you, Kim.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Guys,
Okay.
it's all to you, Kim. We're throwing it to you.
Yay! Well, y'all, I am super stoked to be with you this morning. And do you like the lovely Hilton curtains? I think it's just great. It's great. The lighting is awful. The curtain's great. No, it's not. But we're showing up anyway, as we do. So this happened this week. Y'all made this happen this week. So if you didn't get it yet, shiftbookbonus.com, you can get the book and all the fabulous bonuses and stuff. But this book launched on Tuesday, was published on Tuesday, released to the public, and we hit bestseller. Yay! And you helped make that happen. And the Amazon sold out of all the books they had hired from my purchased from my publisher, that they put another double order in, got more books, and it was amazing. And what I want to talk to you about is the night before, the night before the launch, and how I got through it and what I'm doing now and how you can apply this to your life. So the night before, the launch, a friend of mine, he was getting an IV. He's a performer and he was replenishing his body. And I said, oh, that looks so good. I'm jealous. I wish I could get one too. And I said, but I think right now I'd like mine to be filled with Tito's. I'm going to taste it now because I'm feeling it's going to be a little bit clashing with the mic. Okay. So I think it's going to be, I'd like to be filled with Tito's. And he's like, oh, first world problems. And I was like, thanks for being so supportive. He's like, oh, you got this. And when he said, you got this, it like opened up a floodgate of crazy thoughts because I didn't know I got this. I was like, no, I don't. I don't know I got this. I don't know that anybody's going to buy this book. I don't know that it's going to be a bestseller. Here I am, someone who does marketing, going live in front of all these humans, seeing if can I actually do what I say that I do? And I'm like, my brain had gotten to a place of, y'all, this is where my brain went. It not only is it not going to sell, but it is not going to sell. It is not going to be bestseller. It's not even going to get in the top 10. People are going to see me as a marketing fraud. I'm going to lose my coaching clients. My whole business is going to crash. I'm going to end up with a sign at the Publix grocery store saying, please support my family. My, who am I? And then it went on. He's like, you're going? Yes, I'm going to. It went on to say, who am I? My life is a bit of a hot mess express right now. If you heard me talk about this with Glenn on Tuesday, there's a lot of unpacking happening in my life right now. It's a little messy. Who am I? Who am I to give people advice on their life and their business? Who am I? Like, how could I do this? How can this happen? And I mean, what I'm grateful for is I had the space to say all of the fears out loud. Because I think, I didn't even put any dishes here on the table. I think sometimes as entrepreneurs, we are so used to holding it all in. You're giving me space to go get a tissue. Is that what you're doing, Ramon? I'll go get a tissue. You do it. You think 1 second.
And I think Kim's right. Kim's talking about, I mean, sometimes entrepreneurship is tough. It's not easy. Your back's against the wall. The pressure fills you. And I fully understand what Kim's saying here. Kim Walsh Phillips, her book coming out, she's talking to us. We're seeing the glow after, but she's giving us the story how it felt beforehand, where we all have been. All have been. Back to you, Kim.
Yeah, thank you. So we are so used to holding it all in for our clients' benefit, for our family's benefit, for our team's benefit, that we have to show up as this leader, and we should. Like, I would create a terrible work environment for my team if on every staff meeting I was like a sobbing hot mess express. Like, that would not, no one would want to work there. That would be an awful place to be. I need to be confident enough to lead them forward. And so we're so used to holding it in, but I think at a certain point, it's going to come out in some way. It's going to come out in burnout. It's going to come out in nervous breakdown. It's going to come out in inappropriate, life-destructive behaviors. It's got to come out in some way. And this anxiety was like building. I have never been an anxiety person. I definitely have ADHD, but I've never had anxiety. And this is the first time in my life, like this past 30 days, ever since that awakening of my past, I have been anxious, and I never had that feeling before. I'm working with my life coach to work on breathing and how I get through it. But like 48 hours before the book launch, it was at an all-time high. And night before book launch, I had gone every place of destruction, gloom, and despair that one can go to. I was not motivational to my team. We had our team meeting the day before, and I should have been like, "Yay, you can do it!" And I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. Literally, y'all, that was my motivational speech. I don't know if this is going to work. I had no belief. I had complete anxiety. I was 1000% imposter syndrome. Okay. So all of the things, if you've ever felt any of those things, that's exactly what I felt the night before. And what I needed, and what you need when you think that way, is someone you trust to say it to. Like, I think we're so used to holding those thoughts inside as an entrepreneur that we do ourselves a disservice, because sometimes we need to release it and say it out loud to someone we trust so that they can tell us we're wrong. As self-serving that is, we need that sometimes, and it's okay. It's okay. And he went through all of the reasons why I was wrong. And the final thing he said was, and if that does happen, Kim, if it doesn't sell tomorrow, it will. You will be a bestseller tomorrow. But let's just say it doesn't. You are a fighter, and you will figure it out and make it right. When in your life have you ever said, no, it just didn't work out, and walk away? You never have, and you never will. No matter what happens, you've got this. And I needed that. I needed the belief of somebody else in that moment to be able to step forward into my next phase, which was so scary for me. It's okay to need some accountability. It's okay to need to lean on someone. It's okay to have fears and doubts. All of this is fine. It means you're human, and it means you're stepping into something bigger than you that you need to do in order to achieve who you were created to be. So if you don't have somebody right now, find somebody that you can be accountable to. Now, a few tips on this, and then I actually have something from the book that I want to read to you. Okay, a few tips on this. The person that holds you accountable should be somebody you are willing to trade places with on the thing you're being willing to be held accountable on. Get what I'm saying? Okay, so let's say I'm a young person ready to get married, and there are certain things that I want to do to be a great spouse moving forward. Well, the person that holds me accountable should be someone who has a great marriage. Right. Okay, let's say I am someone who wants to write a book, and I want to make sure I write a page a day. The person that I'm being held accountable to should be someone who has actually published a book. Yes. For my coaching clients, I have created multiple 7-figure businesses. I hold them accountable as they scale to 7 figures and beyond. I've actually done it. Make sure the person that holds you accountable has actually done the thing that you want to do. The second thing about being held accountable by somebody is that they should be somebody who could see beyond the present circumstance. Ooh, yeah. There's a whole lot of people in our life who only get what's happening right now, and anything else out there makes them question the future. And they don't like questioning the future. They don't like you denormalizing their normal. So they will tell you reasons why you shouldn't do that thing you want to do. Because if you do that thing you want to do, it might make the thing that they want to do seem possible. And if the thing they want to do seems possible, then they might have to actually do it. And they're so freaked out by this concept that they won't. So they make your thing seem abnormal so that they can stay stuck where they are. The third thing is you better want to keep, if you're paying someone for accountability, you don't have to worry about this step. But if this is a peer-to-peer accountability, then you better want to keep them accountable to their thing too. And you have to be willing to call them out when they're not being accountable. I actually sat with Trevor and Ramon last night after we were done, and I asked them both questions that were accountability questions, let's just say, because I care about them both and I want them to succeed. You need somebody who's going to be willing to have conversations with you that other people won't, so you can achieve things that other people don't. Okay, that's all about accountability, and you want to have that in place. And it is so flipping important to have somebody you can be held accountable to, that you can share things with, that gets you, that inspires you, encourages you. You need that. It is not an option. As entrepreneurs, we love to think, I'm a party of one. I could do all the things. No. Party of one ends up becoming an alcoholic. Party of one gets addicted to drugs. Party of one has a nervous breakdown. Party of one is indicted on embezzlement. Party of one does things to get the dopamine hit that they need in order to continue forward, because they're not releasing their fears and stress and anxieties in any other way. You want to move forward in a positive, incredible way you can be proud of. Have somebody you can share your stuff with that's going to hold you accountable. Okay. All right. Back to this. If you don't have this yet, today is the day to get it. The reason being that, and you're going to go shiftbookbonus.com. It's theshiftbookbonus.com or shiftbookbonus.com. And when you get this book, you will get $3,000 worth of bonuses, and you get a ticket for my one-day event called Scale Fast Formula Live. And that ticket is $1. Just today, though, then it expires. It goes to $97. So you want to get the book today, and you want to go to shiftbookbonus.com to get all the goodies. I want to read you a couple things from the book. So one of the things that we talked about, you know what? Let me tell you something else first, and then I'm going to read you something special in the book. Yesterday, I spoke at the Breakfast with Champions event, which was amazingly awesome, because the first stop on my book tour, y'all, in Dallas. Yeehaw. And Ramon had suggested that I come to speak at this event as a way to kick off my book tour and a way to promote the book. And this is my first week of book sales, and it matters to the publisher and Amazon and all the things if you sell a bunch of books your first week. And it's actually important for the first 3 weeks. So if you have a podcast and would like me to be a guest on your show in the next 2 weeks so I can promote my book, just send me a message, because I really like that. Okay, so I do my presentation to promote. I knew at the end of the presentation, I was going to tell them all to buy my book. Now, I was in a room of people who had already bought my book because they were already supportive on Tuesday. So when we're trying to make a marketing message or an offer, we do not lead with the thing we want them to do for us, because nobody cares about us. What they care about is that what it's in it for them. Okay. So you've got to set it up. Now, how do you make it irresistible? I'm in a room full of people who've already bought my book. They could very well say, and a lot of them did, you're great, I have your book, it was great. Awesome, I love it, amazing. But I need them to go buy a book again. So how am I going to get them to do that? This is what I did. I created a presentation all about the Scale Fast formula. First I started it with an in-person wave, human wave that we did. to celebrate Trevor and Ramon and Christina for all the great work that they did at the event. Then we got into my talk, and then I set it up that I had an irresistible offer for them. I first created the need for the offer by setting up, you need the FAST formula to grow your business. Then I gave them an offer and said, you're going to get everything you need inside the FAST formula to grow your business in this incredible offer. The value of the offer was $17,498. And I said, but you're not going to do that today. You're not even going to do an offer for $97. In fact, my offer for today is $25. Now, people jumped up to run to the back of the room to get my offer. I said, oh, no. Sit down. I didn't tell you what you need to do yet. My offer is $25. You're going to go on Amazon. My book is $25. It's actually only $22 today, but $25. You're going to go on Amazon and buy my book. And when you do, after you buy my book, you're going to go to the back of the room and you're going to fill in a piece of paper and we're going to send you the power pack. And if you buy 10 books, I'm going to do a one-on-one session with you. On my website, I only do a one-on-one session with you if you buy 48 books, but because you're in this room, do 10. Y'all, the entire room did it. The entire room did it. Every single person. There wasn't anybody in there who didn't get my book and go to the back of the room to get their bonus, get a photo with me, get the autograph, all the things. If I had set it up first, I want you to get my book. They'd be thinking that first. And then, and you will get these things. No, it was actually get this incredible bonus package. You want this? Awesome. Get the book. So always approach marketing and sales with what the person wants first. Hey, Ramon, I got to go off one more second. I forgot to grab my glasses. So I'm going to be just a second. So you can offer some feedback on all the things.
I love it. I was actually I was in the room. And some people, when they say these kind of things, they lie. I was in the room. The entire room jumped up. And I think what Kim Walsh is talking about, the aspect of giving the incredible offer. The incredible offer, making it so irresistible. And when you're ready, just give it a thumbs up. Delon will bring you up. Giving the offer that's so incredible that people have to do it. That's the name of the game. And I was in the room and seeing that happen when Kim, it was like, I didn't know if the room was spiked, if Kim Walsh had her team like put stuff in the air.
Frenzy.
Am I right, TM? It was insane.
A frenzy. She's not playing. It was a frenzy.
Yes. TM, we had to like call the police, man.
Crazy.
TM,
Y'all are funny.
Back to you, Kim.
Okay. You guys are so funny. Yeah, it was good. It went well. Okay. So I wanted to read you the very conclusion of this book for you as a gift to all of you here. So it's in the very back under in conclusion. Okay. So I'm going to read this to you because this is for everybody in the Breakfast with Champions world. In conclusion, you can and you will. They did it. I did it. We did it. We set out on something others may see as small, but to us, it wasn't. It was a symbol of setting your sights on a goal and then working to accomplish it. I volunteered as a coach for Girls on the Run, and one recent Saturday, we ran our 5K race. It was 55 degrees out with a slight mist in the air, and the weather was perfect. Even better was the joy these kids had and the pride they felt after working towards a goal and accomplishing it. When we had our final meetup on the following Monday, I asked them why they were thankful they came. They all said they hadn't thought they could do it at the start of the semester, and then they did. They were happy, relieved, proud, all the things. They set out to accomplish something they didn't think they could do, but took a step forward anyway. With each step, they got stronger and faster. They believed more in themselves. That is what brought them to the I did it moment. It was the moment of crossing the finish line, literally and figuratively. The same emotions you have when you set your sights on any goal and move from it. You move from I want it, but can I do it? To this may not work, but I'm going to try it anyway. To this may actually be possible. To wow, I did it. It all starts with a desire and moving forward despite uncertainty. There is literally no way to be certain until you actually do it. As we come to the end of this book journey together, my question for you is this. What's one goal you want to achieve that you aren't sure is possible, but that doesn't stop you from wanting it? Is there one thing you can do today to make it possible? As you embark on your journey to becoming an anti-hustle and grind, powerful professional, choosing to have a lifestyle and empire business at the same time, the journey may look long. It may feel impossible. You aren't always going to be sure that you can do it. Then you'll take a step anyway, and another, and another. Each step brings you one step closer to crossing the finish line to your goals. You may not believe yet that you can do it, so borrow some of my belief that you can. Take one step towards that goal today, and soon you will be rounding the bend where the finish line appears. And you know, I'll be at the finish line with a big sign with leopard print letters cheering the loudest in the crowd as you do. You can and you will. That is the conclusion of this. And for all of you who jumped in and got the book and dove in to start believing more that you can do more, bring more, say more, accomplish more, I wrote this for you. And I'm grateful that you bought it, but I will be so much more grateful if you do something with it. This was created for you to have the impact on the world that you were created to make, with the steps to get you there. And as I move forward on this journey, the fact that my publisher told me Wednesday that we had already sold over 1,000 books was something I truly did not believe was possible. I did not think I was going to do that. I had literally no belief whatsoever, but I stepped forward into it anyway. And I think that's the thing that we're being called to do, to not know that we can. Like, how could we possibly know that we can before we do? How can we? We never did it before. So how can we know that we can do it? When just a few weeks ago, I recorded the audiobook version of this. And my greatest fear going into that process was that I would hate it. And I read it to myself, that I would find all of these like all these errors in it or mistakes. I wrote it a year ago. And yeah, stuff's changed in a year. And there's some things like, oh, that's different now. But it was good. Like, I was actually reading it thinking it was good. And it was kind of cool to be able to look back on something you had done and feel with confidence, this is actually a really good book. But I was still nervous before I did it. How was I going to know how good it was until I actually went and read it, right? It's okay that we have that uncertainty before we do the thing. That means we're normal. That's the thing that we are created. We're going to have that fear. We were given that so we didn't walk off the cliff, so we didn't get eaten by the bears, so we didn't touch the fire. Those are all things that are super, super normal, right? Super normal. And we have them in place on purpose because we're supposed to be kept safe. But those same feelings pop up when we're going to do something that's going to make us more into an impact maker. And just know that feeling is normal. And the thing that you say to yourself is, you don't have to say to yourself, I can do it. Because sometimes we just don't know. Just don't know. And all we're going to say next is, I'm curious to find out if this will work. That's a statement that I've been able to fully hold on to when I'm super scared and really freaked out. I can't sometimes say, I know I got this. I can do it. I can achieve it. I don't always know I got this. I don't. And that's okay. So instead, my wording is, I'm curious to find out if this will work. That allows me to step forward into my next step without having a certainty if it's completely achievable. So that is the scoop on the shift. I don't know, Ramon, can we take a couple of thoughts or any shares or any things that came open for people? Okay,
and
awesome.
Kim, indeed, thank you for challenging. Thank you for challenging me. It was great sitting with you, and I'm still thinking about last night. All right, everybody, we've got 6 more minutes to go. Dr. Tangi and her crew are coming up, talking about health. I think it is in a few more minutes. This is Kim Walsh-Phillips. Definitely go to the link, shiftbookbonus.com, shiftbookbonus.com. Buy the book for yourself. I have my copy, and I must say, buy the book for a few others as well who you can help It's not about Kim to some degree. It's about you, and it's about Kim. Kim's added value to me. Added value to me on Clubhouse. So I'm buying the book. All right. Clubhouse side, we stopped the Twitter Spaces side. Clubhouse side. Unmike, say your name and say, yo, Kim, I got a question, or just talk to Kim. Let's go.
This is Jeannie. Yo, Kim. I was told to say it. All right. Kim, what
Yes.
you just said was so important of your concern, anxiety, whatever it was about, will this book be good? And then reading it out loud to yourself. I've had the exact same experience when I wrote a dissertation years ago, and
Nice.
I didn't show it to anyone. I didn't show it to anyone because there was a typo on page 3. And so I didn't show it for a long time. And finally, the president of the organization I'd written about said, bring me that book. And she said, my background is literature. I'm an English PhD, and I had typos in mine. And it was the same kind of thing. I pulled that book out recently, started reading it, and so your thoughts you just gave were so important of, you know what, you know this stuff. We read your book, but I think each of us has, the book, the course, or whatever it is. But thanks for reminding us that we know this stuff. And so you are creating that shift. Thanks, Kim.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much for that share.
You know what?
Hey, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's Brielle.
Brielle than TM. Brielle
Hey,
than TM.
Brielle, go for it.
Okay, awesome. I love. I think we were supposed to start with, "Hey Kim." All right. So here's what.
I mean, I like it. I like it a lot.
Right. I'm good with instructions. Instructions do really well with me. Okay. So, hey Kim, here's what I got from this. In the beginning, when you shared with vulnerability, but more than anything, when you were on stage and you gave that call to action, what I learned in that space was sometimes we shy away from not just sharing our book. Sometimes we shy away in this room or in spaces in life from selling, right? And then explaining why we're selling. And what was just shared to all of us was, don't just be the type of person that, shares in your spaces, but be really unapologetic about selling once, selling twice, selling 3 times, asking for what you really want. And to hear you say, hey, everyone's already bought my book, but I unapologetically know that this is an amazing product. So I'm going to go and ask everyone in a room who's already done a thing to do another thing. And then I'm going to get on stage right now and tell everyone how you were such a great marketer that you got us all to buy another thing, right? What that takes is a certain level and amount of, I guess, just unapologeticness, right? Really owning your craft. And what I believe everyone else got in the room from this particular story was that when we own our craft, we can ask not just once, not just twice, but 3 times, and then tell the story of why we did it. So thank you for the vulnerability.
I love that. Yeah, that is absolutely true. And it's even less about my ownership of craft, although I love that perception. It's more about my unapologetic mission of impact. And I know the way we're going to reach more people with this book, which is literally going to change the world, is by it ranking higher on Amazon, because the more people will discover. And the only way it ranks higher on Amazon is if we sell more books. And then when we sell more books, it makes a point that it goes into the bookstores. And there might be that one entrepreneur who's about to make a terrible decision because they feel burnt out, that sees this book on a shelf in a bookstore, that gets it, and it changes their life. So yeah, when we step into the whole reason why we're selling is to serve, I will sell at any time, at any moment, at any day, because my desire is of service, and I love that. So thanks for that feedback.
Hey, Kim TM, just a little bit, Brielle just shared, just the vulnerability. I think we have heard another level of vulnerability I think come from you with this particular project, and it's unbelievable, right? And so I think when it's really about the human connection first and foremost, we all have connected with you. I can speak for myself, right? 4 books later, it's not just because, right, I have money to spend, but it's because I believe in you, right? Support you, but I think you just know how to connect. The one thing that you just said that I want everybody in the room to really understand, right? With the levels of success that you've experienced, it could be easy for you to say, I got this. But the human part that we all experience is like, no, we don't always have it, right? So I just appreciate your entire share, because not only is it vulnerable, I reflected back on my presentation yesterday, and what gets focused on gets done. I never hit the last slide that even showed my contact information, right? How to reach me. I didn't even go there because I was focused on time and just delivering. And so what gets focused on gets done. Congratulations. And we just love you.
Oh, I love you back. Love you back. So good. Well, Ramon, thank you so much for having me today. It's such a pleasure and honor to get to serve alongside of you. And I can't wait for day 2.
Indeed. Kim Walsh-Phillips, thank you so much. Don't forget, everybody, shiftbookbonus.com. This is the Kim Walsh-Phillips, KWP, whatever you want to call her, but definitely follow Kim. Thank you for being here. I've learned a lot from watching you, and I hope you feel our love. Shiftbookbonus.com. Kim, see you in a few minutes. God bless.
See you in a few minutes. Bye.
Thank you. Everybody, that was Kim Walsh-Phillips. Our next segment is coming up. Dr. Tangi, give me a thumbs up. Just want to make sure you and your crew are ready to go. Good, I see your thumbs up. I hope you're enjoying this show. We can give one more second, Dr. Tangi. Hope you're enjoying this segment, everybody. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Breakfast with Champions show, a live streaming on Clubhouse. Today, we've had the Dallas Champions, the Champions Business Conference, and our next segment coming up is going to be a few things. Let me just explain what's going on here. We have Kim Walsh-Phillips, who just concluded. We have Dr. Tangi, who's going to be going on live video. We have Scott Simons, who's coming up on Clubhouse only, and we have more programming as well. Don't forget to share this page. Don't forget to let the other person know, how you're providing value, what you're doing, how this has impacted your life. Delon, now you can bring up definitely Dr. Tangi. And let me remove the amazing banner I have here. Dr. Tangi, good morning. How are you? What's going on in your world?
Good morning, Ramon. Feeling vivacious over here in Chicago. How are you in Dallas? I know you guys are having a party over there.
You know, Dr. Tangi, let me tell you how I feel. So everything that we said was great and all that. I feel great. But let me tell you, being in the CST world is no joke. Like a 4 a.m. wake up in the EST world is 3 a.m. in the CAST world, Dr. Tangi. Know what I'm saying?
I know. I feel you. I do it every Tuesday, Ramon. I'm up at 3:30 and on at 4. I know what you're feeling.
You are amazing indeed. But I'm going to turn it over to you and Dolan. Well, I'll do the camera in a minute, Dolan. But I'll put you on full screen, Dr. Tangi. And then when you're ready with your guests, however you want to roll, just give me some verbal cues and let me know how and when to bring up others. Okay? The show's all yours. This is Dr. Tangi Brewer, the health person, fitness and fashion, and her show is today. Dr. Tangi, it's
Hello. Hello, everyone. Happy, beautiful, wonderful Friday. I trust that you are feeling vivacious and that you are feeling like you have the energy to conquer whatever it is that you need to conquer today. I am your host today, Dr. Tangi Brewer, the CEO of Stylish and Fit. It is a company that is destined to help you rock your purpose with more vitality than ever before. There are thousands across the globe that have taken my award-winning Lifestyle Vitality Challenge that are standing up today that are saying, I know that I can unleash the very best that I've ever been in my entire life. So if you're at a position where you're feeling like, you know what, I look at how I was back then at 25 and you go, well, I don't have the same energy. I don't have the same vitality I wish. I want you to erase that right now. Erase that stinking thinking, because you, my friends, you have the ability to unleash the very best that you have ever been in your entire life. And it is the moment. And I'm asking you to seize the moment and jump in the moment, jump into the here and now. And when we seize things now backwards means that we've already won. So all of you that are listening today are winners in the area of your health and your fitness. We can't change a lot of things in the world, everybody. A lot of things that's going on. But one of the things that we can change is the very health direction of our life, the very heart direction too, and the head direction of where we're headed in the area of our health and our fitness. So today I am going to challenge you, and I'm going to give you some tips on how you can feel better than you did at age 25. I'm going to tell you a little story. I was just strolling through the grocery store and I was upbeat like I always like to be. And I will encourage you to, no matter where you are, understand that you can change the environment. Your energy is meant to change the environment, and health and wellness has a lot to do with that. So I was in the grocery store and I was strolling, and of course my buggy is looking vivacious. I've got all my colors in there because I started on the playground is what I call it. That is where the fruits and the vegetables and all the great stuff is. So that's where I started. And I'm strolling, and there's this woman, and she has this beautiful gray hair, beautiful flowing gray hair. And she looks over at me and she looks at my card and she's looking, wow, that's a very energizing card. And then she goes, she's like, I used to look like you and feel like you and be upbeat when I was 25. And I looked at her. I said, the age that you are now, you have the ability to unlock that same glorious feeling, and you don't have to look back. You see, many people look back and they want to grasp or hold on to what they feel they've lost. They feel like they've lost their vitality, feel like they've lost their health. They look at their bodies, they stand in the mirror and they go, oh my gosh, I have more roles than I did at 25. And oftentimes I will say that those roles that you're looking at, that's unreleased potential. That's unreleased energy towards your dreams. And if you put more effort, and if you understand that there's a direct correlation between your purpose and your health and your wellness, your entire perspective towards health and wellness will change. When people tell me, I want a dream house, I can't wait to have my dream house, I look at them and go, do you know that you already have your dream house because you house your dream? You carry a purpose. So everybody is walking around with the baddest, the biggest dream house that you have ever had. So I'm going to ask you, what is the environment of your dream house? And we're going to get right into it with my steps to unleash the best that you've ever been and be better than ever and when you were at age 25. The first thing I want to talk to you about is in the area of the environment of your body. Remember, I said you already have your dream house. And I often will say that your plate is your mandate, right? When you look at your plate, it should reflect your mandate, which is your calling upon this earth. Every time you eat, you should ask yourself, what is this plate about to serve me? So I have two here, which I will say, your fork is your torch. So I have two little things here. You guys know what these are? Okay, so you ever have someone coming over and you want to light candles? And I remember I'm having guests coming over. I have the house done all nice. I have my fresh flowers and I have the food just prepared right? It's smelling good. I have all of my candles all around the home ready to be lit. And I go, and have you ever gone and tried to light that thing and you can't get it lit? You're like, I can't get it lit. You can't light your candles. And you wish you had one that you could light. What I want to let you guys know today is that your fork carries your what? Your torch. So your torch, you guys, that's the fire within you. Your torch is your ability to light up the atmosphere everywhere you go. Your fork carries your torch. Your food, my friends, is energy. And every time you lift that fork, I want you to understand that you are about to turn the lights on in your body, or you're getting ready to turn the lights off. You see, food has an energetic flow to it. And every time you eat life, it releases a message to your body, vitamin A, vitamin K, vitamin D, all of these things. But when you eat that processed food, it blocks the messages, and your body all of a sudden becomes silent. And you wonder, I'm going into the day and I can't light the fire. And I wish I had that torch to light up the atmosphere. My friends, your fork carries your torch. And if you want to feel better than you did at age 25, you must realize that you have the ability every time you look at your plate to increase your energy currency. I want you to look at your plate like this. Okay, look at your plate and look at it as your money, you all, a plate of money. All right. And if you have, let's say, a fresh salad, okay, you may have $100 bill. You may have 25 cents if you have fries on the side, right? You may have a dime if you have that broccoli that is at a restaurant but still covered in salt, right? And when you look at that plate, you're going to say, how much is this about to serve me? Many people don't look at their food as their investment in their body, but it is indeed, my friends, an investment in you. So the first thing that I would say, and in the efforts of unleashing the best that you've ever been, feeling better than you ever did at age 25, is knowing what your fork is serving you. That's why I wrote this book. It's called Serving You Life. It is a cookbook that is meant to serve every recipe with the knowledge of understanding what is this about to serve me. So I break it down. Every recipe also shows you, all right, if I'm having beets with this is about to electrify my heart because it has potassium that's so great. So I know that when I eat this, that I am going to have more energy. I'm going to help my blood pressure, right? And then it also, let's just say, for example, you're having power greens. It's going to show you, all right, when you eat, you have to understand that every plate has a different rating, like I said, an energy currency, and it's called the Indy score. So what I was saying about the power greens, understanding that every green is not created equally. For example, your spinach is different than your kale on the Indy score. So what is it going to serve you? How much impact of energy are you going to have? That kale is rated 1,000 on the Indy score, and spinach, though it's good, it's not rated as much as kale. So what I serve in this book, my desire is to make sure that I serve a greater impact. So every time you lift that fork, guess what it is, everybody? It is your torch, baby. It's keeping that fire burning, that every time you go into an atmosphere, it illuminates, you shake up that atmosphere. That is what it's about. And later in the show, don't go anywhere, because you're going to hear from some women that have lit the torch in their life, that have taken the Lifestyle Vitality Challenge, my award-winning challenge. And guess what? It's going on right now. And they're continuing to transform their bodies. So the second thing is your fitness is your witness, baby. Whenever you get on that fitness floor, it is a meeting, like I've always said, in the boardroom between you and yourself. And so how do you get better and feel better than you were at age 55? You incorporate my Fitness Focus 5. All right. I'm going to run down really quick with you, because you guys are here today and you're saying that I want to be better. If you are listening, you understand that you have the ability to unleash the very best that you've ever been. And so you want to make sure that your strength training, that you're incorporating that, because we lose muscle after we turn 25 years of age. And if you don't have a strength training regimen that is consistent, you will not feel better than you did at 25. Well, you want to feel good at 55 too, right? And then the next thing is your stretching. Stretching prevents injury. Do you have a regimen that is set every day as it pertains to stretching? I'm not talking about getting up, holding stretches for 1, 2, 3 seconds. No, I'm talking about being deliberate and intentional, because when you're intentional, you are dimensional, meaning that you're going to climb higher in life. The next thing is meditation. Can you shut off the brain and silence your mind and gift your mind the gift of relaxation for at least 15 minutes of a time? A lot of people are not able to do it. The next thing is your cardio. Can you vigorously challenge yourself to run or speed walk for 45 minutes without stopping? And the next thing is balance training, because that is very important as we get older and we want to hold on to the vitality, unleash the very best that we've ever been in our entire life. So I'm excited, you all, because I have some special guests with me, and they are going to let you know too how they were able to unleash the very best. We've got Gail in the building. Gail is in the building. We've got Sherry's in the building, and we've got Latoya. You guys, they were just up at
at 6 a.m. With me. We did a workout really quickly, and then we got here because that is what we do. We understand that there are no excuses, right? In life. All right, you guys look fabulous, and it's all about our presence. Did you guys see them already? They're looking great. You're looking vivacious. Hello, welcome to the stage. I'm going to start over there with Gail. Gail, how are you feeling? Gail, you have been a part of the award-winning Lifestyle Vitality Challenge, this 4-month journey, and I have to say, Gail, you've been putting it down on the fitness floor. I'm loving what you're doing with your nutrition, but go ahead, take it away, Gail.
Oh, Dr. Tangi Brewer is one of the coolest people on planet Earth, everybody. She is absolutely a true gem, an absolute gem. This has been such a blast, you guys. You can't miss the next one. Whatever you do, don't miss it. I'm so excited because I'm not going to lie to you. I had gotten to a place where I was really seeing a decline in my body, really seeing a decline. Now, have I always been relatively healthy? Yes, relatively. Relatively is a good word. But once you get the information that we're getting on a weekly dose, we not only get the cookbook and the exercise and the information from Tangi, we also have been listening to all these speakers. And for me at my age, I needed new information. I had to have a brand new fresh start. I had to have a brand new roadmap. It was time for a roadmap change. You know, you come to that corner and you're trying to decide, do you go left, do you go right? The Lord opened up the roadmap and made me take a U-turn. I was like, oh no, baby, we're going to go back to when you really were vital, but we're going to do it differently than you did when you were young. And you're going to be young the rest of your life. And that's where I'm at right now. I will be turning 70 July 11th. And I feel so strong. I was doing a live the other day and I said something about, oh, I was getting so warm. I had this t-shirt on. I said, I can't wait to get the guns out, you know. But I will tell you that in my age bracket, one of the things that I see happen to women across the board, they stop taking good care of themselves. They're so busy doing for everyone else. That's what we do. That's what we do, right? We're supposed to do that. Yes, we are supposed to do that. But we're also supposed to take that time and take care of ourselves because we don't have anything to pour from if we don't fill this up. And so Tangi's been pouring into all of us. There's a whole bunch of us. These two gorgeous girls are like stars. And I can tell you that one of the things that my husband has enjoyed so much. One, I'm back in the kitchen for the first time in 10 years.
Woo!
And I'm not going to go into that because there's some unpleasant language that would have to happen to tell you that fun story. It's really funny. Well, I've been in the kitchen. He's been on vacation. He hung up his little apron and he doesn't have to do a thing if he doesn't want to. That's been number one. But more fun than that has been his favorite room in the house, which is the bedroom.
Woo!
So that I'm just going to tell you that, and age has absolutely nothing to do. You would have to come in and cheer on that one, wouldn't you? You and every other guy out there. I know what you love, and it's been so fun because and I'm not saying this to be disgusting in any way. I'm saying this that there is so much vitality from what we're eating. I'm making these salads. I wish I would have bought the darn thing in here. It's this big, and it's got 16 vegetables in it, and we eat one huge bowl twice a day, along with all the other things we're implementing. I'm telling you, your mind, your body, your spirit, everything gets revitalized when you're feeding this machine what it really needs. And what it really, really, really needed was a whole new vamping on the eating.
80% of my meal is all fresh.
Yes, let's talk about that, Gail. I want to talk about that, Gail. You guys, doesn't she look so fabulous? Can you believe? Oh my gosh, look at that vivaciousness. And you guys, Gail, she just talked about it, which I love. The intimacy in the area of the bedroom has gone to another level because unleashing the best that you've ever been. You ever hear people say, well, wow, I felt that kiss like I was 17 again, like I was 25 again. You should be feeling a kiss like that all the time. Your body should feel electric. You should desire intimacy more now in your later years than you did when you were that age. You don't have to lose that desire. How you fire that desire is what? Helping this body. And you can, within the area of food. And what Gail said is that she's changed the environment of her body because many people are walking around with acidic environments and it's blocking the desire, right? For more intimacy and all of that. So Gail, that has been tremendous. Thank you for sharing. We'll definitely hear from you again. Yes, Tanya on Clubhouse, she's saying, yes, Gail, you look amazing. So you absolutely do. All right, we've got Latoya now that's in the building here. Latoya, your journey, incredible, you all, that Latoya has now, this is your second time. Latoya won the first challenge. But what I want to say about Latoya is she is empowering others, you all. She is now, after the challenge, she got her own personal training certification. And you got to tell the age that you are, Latoya, because you guys, they are turning back the hands of time. You too can release the best that you.
I am. Hi. Good morning, everybody. So just last month, I turned 53. And yeah, and amen. Keep them coming. So yes, and Tangi is God sent, as Gail has said, and this challenge for me, I participated last year. I joined again this year happily, and my tip would be to just stay intentional, to find your purpose, and once you do that, just set some little goals and meet them. Set another one, meet it, set another one and meet it, and you'll be surprised what you find out about yourself. I found out that I found my authentic self by going through this challenge that Tangi has, and it's been a game changer for me, and my energy level has been off the charts. I don't throw that energy in the bed like Gail, I throw it in the gym. But I'm using it, right? And I'm sharing, and I'm loving how it is addictive. It's a healthy addiction, and the eating has to be intentional. The grocery shopping list, it has to be intentional. My husband has watched me, and now he's on board. Our refrigerator is full of greens, vegetables, and fruits, and we're loving it. And I say just show up for yourself, and in your foods and in your clothes. Show up in the world. I no longer leave my house just throwing on anything. I intentionally put on things and show up for the world, and show up for Toya for a change.
Yes,
and I'll never go back.
I love it. I love it. And that's one of the things we focus on too, because being stylish and fit is very important, right? How we show up, how we wear our purpose, how we wear our clothing too, the colors that we wear. And I remember with Latoya, we went through every piece in your closet, Latoya, during the challenge, and we got rid of over 80% of your clothing that you were not wearing that was conducive to you. And I actually had a designer that designed Latoya a power dress because she was a winner. And she thought, okay, let me show these legs now. Let me wear my color. Let me embrace my power color. And so you are stepping out with fire. So I will encourage you all to make sure that every time you step out, that you are looking fierce, that you are looking on point, and that you are doing it in your own individual style. Like Latoya said, she's doing it in Latoya style. And we're going to throw some fire, Latoya, for you, because we want you to light it up in the bedroom too, girl. Light it up in the bedroom. All right. We got Sherry Bates in the building. Sherry Bates has been putting it down. I'm just going to throw out the squat. I mean, you guys are, we just in incorporated the slam ball into our workouts. And Sherry is picking up that ball with squats and her quads and her glutes, and she's working it. Those legs are like fire. I see you, Sherry. What is up, Sherry? What can you say to the listening audience before we let any of the others chime in from the outside audience today? Go ahead, Sherry, chime on in. Great to see your beautiful face.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Tangi. Okay, Tangi is a transformational leader. Anytime she's in the room, I want to be there. She's always bringing the best energy. And every time I hear her, I get more about going and where I want to be in life. So I am so grateful for her. Just the opportunity to be a part of this challenge. Learned so much every time we talk. There's something different. So the biggest thing for me has been my kids. I have 3 daughters. And after 25, you know, your energy level at some point starts to go down, but not me. My energy level is going up. I have a 5-year-old that I have to keep up with. And so it's been great. I feel better. I feel more energized. I can go out and jump on a trampoline with her a little bit longer now. I used to go out and be like, okay, 5 minutes. That's all we got, Livy. But
I love it.
For 30, 45 minutes, and it's another means of me to be more physically fit. So it is exciting. This journey has been great. My girls are starting to even notice, although we were somewhat healthy, we weren't as intentional as we needed to be. And so now we are more intentional, and we see the value in it. And they're like, Mom, I see you. You're looking better. You're looking good. And they were like, oh, you're showing a little tummy now. Also, I feel more confident about my body. And so it's just, it's a great journey. And it's just about overall health, mental, physical, spiritual, the whole man. And that is what Dr. Tangi is about. And that's what I love about her so much. So just being fit overall and being consistent in the journey, that's all thing for me. Like I'll start and then I'll be like, oh, well, I think I'll try something else, and because I'm not feeling this today. But it makes a difference whenever you do the right thing all the time for your body and your environment. You can tell the difference. And so when you go back to doing eating the wrong foods or not exercising, it makes you feel terrible. And so it's a great reminder that having the environment healthy and strong and healthy way, it's amazing. It's a game changer.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Sherry, with your 3 beautiful girls that you have, and at this age to see you feeling better, right? And so again, everybody, you too can feel better than you did at age the age you are now. You can feel the same that you did even back when, right? And even better, you have the ability to unleash the very best that you've ever been. I'm excited because we're about to have a big reveal here in Chicago. It is going to be a wellness production. These ladies will be flying in from all over the world, and we're going to have dancers and singers and the arts. We're going to tell the story of revealing health and wellness in a very entertaining way. You've never seen a production like this. There's no one doing it like the way that Stylish and Fit is getting ready to put it down here in Chicago for the first time. I'm excited. We got a lot of players. We've got Karen's on Green. She's one of the top vegan wellness coaches here in Chicago. She was on Oprah 3 times. She's going to be doing the food. We got just a lot of heavy hitters, a lot of people that's going to be a part. So we're pretty excited about it. All right, Ramon, are you there, darling? We're going to see if we have anybody from the Clubhouse Twitter, anybody who wants to speak from the other audience. Would love to hear from you right now. Ramon.
Hey, Dr. Tangi.
You're looking pretty vivacious. It looks like you had a good energizing meal. You're carrying your torch this morning. You carrying your torch, Ramon? You're feeling good? You had your water this morning?
I do feel good. I'm in a different environment. I know there's no excuse for Dr. Tangi, but a little different environment. But yes, overall, I feel great. And I must say, Dr. Tangi, the ladies you have shown here of what normal health looks like, as I've heard from some of your peers in the industry, we get older and we're like, I feel better, but some people have told me, Dr. Tangi, that it's normal that the rest of us are feeling below margin. So when we feel regular, we're like, so you have shown, Dr. Tangi, wow, seeing these ladies is like jaw dropping, knowing that their age and how they feel is amazing. Dr. Tangi, you do it. And up next, by the way, we're not going to have Scott yet, but Scott Simon to be on the Clubhouse side. So Dr. Tangi, if you want to go there, he's a person who exemplifies, in fact, what you're saying. He won't be on video, but in a few minutes we'll jump on Clubhouse. But meaning my point, when you eat well, Dr. Tanji, and you work out, for sure. So let's get one or two comments in, Dr. Tanji, before we move on fully to Clubhouse. But we'll pause here. Clubhouse side. Anybody want to unmic? Please.
I do. It's Mary Lynn. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. Dr. Tanji. So, you know, I have had some injuries and I'm 54. And the thing I was saying like a couple years ago is that it's like a cruel trick that the younger your spirit feels as you get older, sometimes your body betrays you a bit. But I have found through like, I'm going to do that salad, get that book. You know, I do believe that the food can be medicine, and I am learning that, and I am making some habits. So I appreciate you bringing on some girls my age. I think we feel younger as we get older.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mary Lynn, for that comment. And yes, you certainly can feel younger as you get older. Remember that scripture in the book called Bible that Glenn Lundy likes to say that God renews our strength like the eagles, but we've got to want it to be right. And there has to be action behind it because faith without works is dead. So you're doing the work, Mary Lynn. And it's so great to hear your lovely, gorgeous voice this morning. Continue to rock your purpose with vitality.
Dr. Tanji, amazing, amazing. All right, let's take one or two more shares. Who else wants to join us?
It's Pastor
Good
Jeff.
morning. This is Tracy.
We'll go Pastor Jeff first and then Tracy. Pastor Jeff, go.
You know I'm going to yield to Tracy.
I know, but Pastor Jeff, go. And then Tracy. Go, Pastor Jeff, go.
All right, Dr. Tanji, thank you so very much for the information and the uplifting. I want to say that you and the ladies are looking absolutely exquisite, and that's enough motivation for not only the other ladies, but for the men as well to begin to eat right, to get that energy, especially as we go into the finer parts or 8 times of life. I don't want to just ask Ramon really quick here. Ramon, did you get some coffee yet? And how many cookies have you eaten this week? Back to you, Dr. Tanji.
Well, I won't answer the cookie question right now because I won't say it to everyone just between you, Pastor, because of where we are right now, like certain people who are watching me. So I'm not going to talk about the cookies right now. But as far as the coffee, which I will say, I did. I had a cup of coffee yesterday, but not quite yet. But I will have that in about 5 minutes, Pastor Jeff. And it won't be Cafe Bustelo, it'll be Starbucks. But thank you for asking, Pastor Jeff, indeed. Tracy, jump on in and you will be our last comment. And then Dr. Tanji, I invite you to kind of close us down on video, and then we're going to turn on Clubhouse to Scott Simons. But Tracy, please talk to Dr. Tanji and her guest.
Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Dr. Tanji. I just want to say congratulations to all the ladies. I'm out here walking right now, and I feel like running a marathon after listening to you, Dr. Tanji. So
Yes.
I am definitely motivated to keep walking and keep doing what I'm doing. And I just want to thank you for what you shared this morning, and congratulations to the ladies. Keep up the good work.
You as well.
Thank you, Tracy. Dr. Tanji, I'll give you the final word. Great to have you here, Dr. Tanji. Give yourself a shout out and let people know where to find you, the challenge. Summarize that one more time for us. I say, everybody, we're here on the Breakfast with Champions show with Dr. Tanji and her guest. Dr. Tanji, mic is yours.
Hello. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. And thanks, Tracy, for that comment. Remember to continue to even take it fast. You get that pep in your step and keep it going. You're doing tremendous. All right, you guys, you can find me at stylishandfit.com. Also, if you are interested in coming and experiencing one of the greatest productions and wellness productions that you've ever been to, it's going to be sure to keep you on the edge of your seat, and you're someone you're in the wellness industry and you want to be a part, you want to bring your health and wellness product or something to the conference, make sure you go ahead and tap in with me at stylishandfit.com or send me a message at stylishandfit@gmail.com. I'm also on Instagram at stylishandfit_. Give me a follow. Let's stay connected. I've got another challenge starting. This challenge is going to be over soon, but you can definitely chime on in and get into the next one so that you too can unleash the very best you've ever been. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Latoya. And thank you, Sherry. And over to you, Ramon, the hostess with the mostest. We love you, Ramon.
Oh, I love you right back, Dr. Tanji. You bring the best guests, and thank you, Dr. Tanji, for being here today. Appreciate you so much as we continue on with the Breakfast with Champions show. Thank you, Dolan, for doing amazing camera work. And this is our final live video like this of the day on the Breakfast with Champions show. I'm going to end this live. Actually, Dolan, if you can, we'll end this live broadcast right now. I'm going to transition to Clubhouse for about 2 seconds and join my friend